Welcome to the Urban Wall Street Project. I'm your host, Earl Christian III, of course. And today I have an amazing woman in the building with me. She's an accomplished actress, she's a TV personality, she's a model, she does some amazing things, and she's also a very strong advocate and proponent for autism. But we're going to talk about all the things that go on. Without further ado, the incomparable Miss Christina Mendez. Miss Christina Mendez,
Thank you for
welcome to the
having me.
show.
Thank you for
being a
having
part of the Urban Wall Street Project movement. And I just want to let my people know, you'll see her with the hat on because she was chilling in Miami, South Beach, and getting her tan on, taking a vacation. Got a little bit of peeling going on, but she's a trooper, and she wanted to be a part of the team, be a part of the family, and bring her information to you. So we're going to rock with her. And she looks cute with a hat on, so it's all good. But I want to go on and talk about, I want to congratulate you on all the different things that you've been doing in modeling and the plus-size model, as they say. This is real size, you know.
Exactly,
But I've seen you. I think I saw it ripped the one way, and I even saw something else that you had done once, and I was like, go ahead, Christina, do your thing. And this is actually, we had already been communicating. So let's talk about your introduction into the modeling arena and how it's been for you.
Well, I've been blessed, very blessed. I've been modeling since 2006. I came in professionally, but I've been modeling since I was in high school. I had a son, so unfortunately everything changed, plans changed. Something that women go through. We have changes in life.
Right.
So I had to become a mother. My son was diagnosed with autism at age 2, so it was hard to be a mother to a child with a disability, so I put everything on hold, and I taught him how to read and speak and everything that they said that he wouldn't do. So I kind of became a teacher. That was my role for about 3 years. And in 2006, I decided to go back into the modeling. Just that goal in my heart never died down. So I had to go ahead and pursue that. My son now speaks.
Okay.
And he sings, and he speaks 2 languages, and he's actually the vice president of his class.
Okay.
So he inspired me to go ahead and follow my dreams. Now I feel that as a young adult, I need to show him that mommy had dreams, and she went ahead and went for them.
Definitely, and we're definitely going to talk about that. I definitely want to talk. That's an amazing accomplishment, and I congratulate you and commend you, for being that parent that was able to, grab that situation and just turn it around and let your son know, listen, just because we have a situation, you have this particular ailment or whatever the case may be, you can be just as great as anybody and greater, because here's a lot of folks who don't have autism and can barely speak one language.
Exactly.
So he's speaking 2, so he's definitely doing his thing, and that's a beautiful, beautiful blessing. So when I talk about the modeling now, a lot of girls, young girls I've spoken to in school that I speak to, a lot of them want to be models. Some of them are slim, and then some of them are not as slim. And unfortunately, it seems that society, we have plus size, and women do have success in the plus size arena, but it just seems like it's much more, I don't know if it's more competitive or it's just not as, the opportunities are maybe not as great. And I think what happens a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of young girls start to feel like because of their size, they may be pretty, but it kind of does something to their self-esteem with regard to modeling. And I want to talk about it because one of my favorite shows is definitely ANTM. I like those shows. And what I really like about them is seeing people going for their dream, irrespective of how society may view them or whatever the case may be. So for you, being a plus-size model, how is that one, and what was it like when you began in the modeling arena as a plus-size model?
I think all young girls need to love themselves first before they enter into anything, especially modeling, because with modeling there's more no's than yes, there's more rejections, and they're straight to your face. As if you have a corporate job, your boss will speak about you in the office, and then he'll say, Earl, can you come in the office? We want to talk to you.
Right.
But they've already spoke about you.
Right.
In modeling, it's like, Earl, those jeans look horrible on you. Oh no, we can't use them. No, he's not big enough. No, he's not small enough. And they will tell you in your face because they're judging the clothes on you or the product on you.
Right.
So as a woman, we all have our times when we're not feeling so pretty, or we're not feeling like we're, right for anything.
Okay.
I think that's a woman thing. So with young girls, what I tell them is, I speak to young girls, and what I tell them is just love yourself before you get into this industry, because this industry is not going to love you.
Right.
So you have to be okay with yourself before you enter this industry. I definitely say it's harder to be a real size model, which is a plus size model.
I like that.
It's definitely harder because it's such a big spectrum of real size women. We come from size 12 and up. The industry is size 10 and up is considered a plus size model. Anything under size 10 is considered a straight size model, but they only use size 2 and 4. So if you're between a 4 and a 10, you're kind of screwed. Like it's really no no work.
Oh, so it's either you're skinny
Exactly.
or
you're huge.
normal.
Or huge.
Or huge, right. As you were
Because
saying.
I've gotten a lot of no's lately because they say I'm getting too skinny.
Wow.
So I'm like, just last year I was too big. So again, that's something that as a young lady, you have to be prepared for that.
Okay.
You have to be prepared that one day you're in, like Tara Banks says,
Right.
and the next you're out.
Right, right.
So it's like, I definitely would say to just keep strong to your faith. And if that's what you want to do, just keep pushing. You're going to get more no's than yes. But I always feel that right when you're about to give up, that's when something good is going to happen. So just keep pushing. And no matter what your size is, just know that if you fall between a 10 and an up, you're good.
Now, that's a beautiful thing.
That's a big range.
It's a big range, so definitely something for the ladies to think about. Now, I want to talk about, you've done so many things, and in my head, BET's Ripped the Runway, and you done Good Day in New York, and CW11, and you just been featured, nationally, and as far as it's definitely New York, because you're from New York. What's been some of your most memorable and favorite appearances and/or features?
I would say there's been a couple. My favorite appearance, I would say today, has been that BET special, because I feel that I reached a lot of people that didn't know me. And because I was able to share my story on a personal level, they followed me for like 3 days, and it was an hour special, and they followed me to my house, to my son's school, to practice, to getting my hair done. All those were like personal time. I was being myself.
Right.
I love reality TV because I'm totally myself.
Okay.
I did a dating show that was a little disastrous, but I was totally myself. Like, I didn't like the guy, and I was just being honest, like my face expressions.
Right.
Just
I mean,
kind
it
of
is
said
what it
it.
is. We don't like everybody we go out with,
Yeah.
but
So I definitely enjoy those reality times where I was able to be myself and people were able to introduce to my story. But my favorite to date was last week. My son was featured on CBS with myself, but he was the star.
He's the star.
He was the star. And he was able to give a tour to the reporter and show him his progress of being diagnosed with autism at age 2 and saying he would never speak, to being able to teach the reporter about reptiles and show him his science project. So that was real touching to me because I'm like, wow, my baby is so grown up.
Right, right. And
So
that's
that
a
was my favorite
beautiful
one
thing.
today. So I had a little cameo there because
Okay.
he was running that show.
Okay. Now, print. I'm sure you've done runway. You do print work as well. Now, when it comes to print work, and I want to talk about it because, I've never actually modeled personally. I mean, I've done a couple of fashion shows in college, but I didn't actually model. But I do know there's, you have print model, you have runway models, like commercial models, a variety of different modeling. And I say that because a lot of, like I said, your girls, they just see runway mostly, and they just think, oh, I can't do that, or they're not tall enough. They think because I'm not 6 feet, I'm not 5'9", I really can't be a model. And there's a variety of different, avenues that individuals can take. You can do print work. So if you can just kind of share with me or break down the differences for my young girls or audiences that may not really know the difference between them.
Well, when I speak to girls, I always tell them about this. The girls you see in the forefront, they don't get paid as much as the girls you see behind the scenes. They have fit models. They get paid a lot more than the girls you see on the magazine. Fit models are just basically models that try on clothes and make sure that the size that the clothes was cut for fits that certain size. So they have a size 10 fit model, a size 12 fit model, and she just goes into the office and gets paid like $250 an hour to try on clothes, make sure. I know you want to change your gig.
No,
but
so she does. So you just
She's
tries
never
on
seen.
clothes she's never seen.
she's never seen.
But she has to maintain the same type of diet and regimen as a model.
Exactly. She has to maintain whatever size she was booked for. So if they need a fit model for size 28 or bigger, she just has to maintain that size at least for a 2-year. I think it's about a 2-year contract. And I could be wrong, but it's something in that range. So that's a fit model. She's never seen, but she is a model. I also tell the girls that I speak to, there's all kinds of models. There are petite models. There's maternity models that, pose, clothes for maternity wear, during their pregnancy. There's senior citizen models, that you see at Duane Reade and at Rite Aid and, at the drugstores and, hey, at the commercials, about SSI, stuff like that. Those are models.
Exactly.
And those are considered commercial models, which they can range into anything. A model with braces, a model with freckles, all type of models.
Right.
So I always tell them there is room for everyone to be a model. As long as you have a personality, as long as you can be relatable to other people, if you look like somebody else, which we all look like somebody else, you can be a model, because you just want to represent a product where someone can sit there and be like, yeah, I could see myself using that or buying that or wearing that.
Okay. Now, this question came to my head, and I definitely want to ask this question, and I'm sure you could answer it, because I remember being, 17 before college, and actually going down to one of the model agencies in the city just because everybody says you should model, you look nice in clothing. I'm young, like, why not? It's New York, why not try something? And a lot of times you see, in the papers, models, extras, calls, and you always see these opportunities, but you get there and it's a $395 fee or something, and it's like you have to pay. So I want to know, are those fees justifiable? Should you not have to pay? 'Cause I'm thinking, like, somebody really wants you, you shouldn't have to pay any money. So let's talk about that. What should people be mindful of when money is requested of them before anything's even happened for them?
I honestly think, with my experience, is most agencies do not advertise that they're looking for models. I've never seen an agency, a reputable agent, say, hey, we need people, because everyone wants to be. That's a field that everyone wants to get into. For them to be scouting people to come in seems a little suspicious to me.
Okay.
So that's like alert number one.
But you see it in the papers
yeah,
all the time.
I see it.
Okay.
Alert number one. And just kind of like a music artist or any type of artist, people invest money in you. You will pay them back,
Right.
You will pay them back, but they will put money up front. And with any modeling agency, if you do need we all need books, we all need portfolios, professional pictures, and they are very expensive. They are not for free. However, they will put up the money up front for you, and then during the work that you would get from, from the jobs that they'll get you, they'll deduct it.
On the back end.
Yeah. So you won't feel it really, but definitely they would not say there's a sign-in fee, there's a, whatever fee, and I'm sorry, we can't find you jobs until you pay us. If they believe in you, they would invest in you.
Definitely. Now, I want to go to this one question of print modeling, because I know you could be, like you said, any size. We all look like somebody. How competitive or difficult is it to actually get into print work? Or how would somebody go about getting into print work? Because somebody's like, I'm only 5'6", but if you're sitting in a chair or you're jumping on a bed or on a couch, it doesn't make a difference. So how would someone go about getting into this, I guess, catalog of print modeling?
Well, a lot of those print magazines, like most of the reputable ones, they go through agencies just because of insurance purposes.
Okay.
So if you get sick and they have a whole set of people there and you can't show up, there's another model there that they can call. But they don't usually just hire you because they don't really know you. And if you don't show up, then that whole set, everyone that was paid for, would kind of lose out. So they usually go through agency first. However, I tell the girls that I speak to, if you want to start off just to see how it feels, it's not going to be a lot of money, maybe $50, $150. You can be a lot of magazines have a real women's section, which I've done that before. It's a lot of fun. You feel like a model for the day. They do, full hair and makeup, and they showcase how different outfits fit on people. And what you do is just go onto the magazines, go to the back, email the editor and say, hey, I'm a reader and I want to be part of your Real Women section. And it's usually one page a month. Essence has it, Jet has it, Latina Magazine has it. All magazines have it, most of them.
Okay. Now, I know you've done a variety of different magazines. I saw Latina, Urban
Latina?
Urban Latina. And now, how many magazines have you been in? Can you recall? Have you really done
A lot.
Have you toppled 100?
Nah, I haven't topped 100 yet. Not yet.
But we closing in on it, right?
Closing in. I would say like a good 40.
Okay. Now, I think you said a little something about, you're not going to get paid. In the modeling arena, in the beginning, when you're really trying to get in it, because a lot of industries, definitely the music industry, TV, a lot of times you're going to do work, you might work hard, you might work long, and if people say, oh, but I ain't getting paid, I always tell individuals, experience is priceless. So there is a pay-in. It might not be a monetary gain initially, but there is a payment of some sort. You just have to be able to recognize what it is. Would you also say in the modeling industry, when you want to get started, you may have to do some work or jobs that don't pay?
You have to. And a lot of models come in with I'm not working for free.
Right.
I'm not. But there's another girl there who's thinking smarter, and she's going to work for free. I can say that most of my jobs for like a whole year were for free, but every free job I did led me to a paid job. And I swear is like a God blessing, but every paid job, every free job gave me a paid job. So it's like on set, I'll give my business card, thank you, and they see, hey, you know, she was really good and she did this for free. They'll refer me to a friend who then refers me to a friend, and that's how I built my network. But for the first full year, I would say almost everything was for free or almost free.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this because you're right now my resident professional in the modeling. Modeling 101. Young girl, I want to model. I love it, you know, whether I'm plus size or catalog or cosmetic, whatever. I want to model. What's the first three things, of course, you know, excluding confidence, self-esteem, and integrity. Those should just automatically be there. But the first three tangible things an individual definitely wants to have, male or female, you know, when they walk into agency or they decide, I'm about to go out there and get my modeling thing popping. What's three things they definitely need to make sure they have in their bag or in their arsenal?
I would say in their bag, they should have lip gloss, definitely, you know, because agencies like simple women. They don't like the whole, I mean, I know they see that in the magazines. They like a plain canvas to see what you can become in that magazine. So lip gloss, and you know, as plain as possible, you walk into that agency, a Polaroid or two of your face and a full body of you and maybe a profile shot of you, plain picture. You know, I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on pictures before they even get to the agency.
Right.
It's kind of like an artist goes in with a full record and the label's like, dude, like, that's not the direction I was seeing with you.
Exactly.
If you would have just gave me a demo, I can kind of think what I can make you.
Right.
So same thing with agencies. Just go as plain as possible with a plain canvas, lip gloss, Polaroid pictures, and I would definitely say if you want to just step it up, go in there with a website already. Say, you know, I'm ready. I am ready. This is what I've done for free. And this is the experience I've gotten, and I'm ready. I'm ready for those paid jobs. I think it means a lot when you go into an agent kind of with a platform. Like, I've done this all for free. This is how much I want to do this. This is how passionate I am about it.
Right, and that's the key word. The key word is passion. And I'm glad you said it because a lot of individuals don't realize, and I say it, you know, sometimes you have to crawl before you walk.
Exactly.
So I look at it as you have to do free before you get paid.
Exactly.
And in reality, when you do something for free, you learn it. And here's what it is. Somebody that does something for free, they work for me for free. I know them. I know what they're capable of. I see the direction. I know what they can learn. As opposed to somebody that comes in and wants to get paid. I'll give that person an opportunity because if you're skilled and you're qualified, it will resonate and then it will produce a monetary gain.
Exactly.
So I definitely appreciate that. Now, I want to just segue off of that. Now, you know, I know you have something coming up. Now, I just want to touch on that real quick.
Couple of stuff.
You have a couple of things going on. Then we're going to talk about autism. We're going to render it out. But let's talk about this celebrity bowl-a-thon you have going on and something else that's coming up. I know that's really dear to you.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
I'm starting my website, which is everyone knows me as Team Mendez. Team
Right.
Mendez is my email blast. My publicist does it, my manager does it, me. So it's really Team Mendez. Like, I know people's like, do you sit there at 3 o'clock and send all those blasts? No, I do not.
Right.
So Team Mendez is what people know me from. And when I signed up for Autism, the Autism Walk this year, my team's name is Team Mendez. So I decided to go a step further with that, just with the popularity I've been getting and the amount of support I've been getting with my modeling. I said, you know, let me just kind of put those two worlds together and leverage that and try to, you know, get some funds for this organization, which is Autism Speaks. And they've helped me so much with my son in terms of schooling and just networking with parents that go through the same issues as me. So I decided to do a teamchristinamendez.org website, which I plan on doing a lot of fundraisers throughout the city, just various things. And my first one is the Celebrity Bowl-a-thon. It's coming up in May. And basically, I'll have about 10 to 15 celebrity and corporate teams, and they're going to compete.
So we have to have an Urban Wall Street team. We're definitely going to get.
Yes.
So anybody out there, you want to be on the Urban Wall Street team, if you got your bowling skills, holla at us. We might see if we can make it happen.
Yeah. We're giving prizes out. So, you know what? We're taking money, but we're giving stuff too. And, you know, we're partnering up with some great people. And I'm excited.
Okay, great. Now, that's in preparation for the event coming up in June, correct?
Yes. The walk itself, which is Walk Now for Autism, it's at South Street Seaport, and that's Sunday, June 14th.
Okay.
So we'll have Team Mendez, which is my family and my friends, and hopefully those people who were at the bowl-a-thon could come along and just walk with us. And it's not about a long walk. I know the Cancer Walk and the MS Walk are like long. This is South Street Seaport. It's very small, about what, a mile maybe.
Right.
It's more about support, showing support,
Okay.
showing, you know, unity. It's not really about, you know, having a marathon.
All right. Now, and it's going to be some. You said there are some sponsors that's going to be a part of supporting, or that's what we're building towards now. With
Yes,
the
we're
Celebrity
building towards
Bulletin.
now. We're
Okay.
speaking to a couple of folks. I don't want to, you know,
Right.
I don't want to, you know,
No, you don't
throw
pick
them to
anybody
the
out there.
horse.
Right. You can throw the Urban Wall Street in there because we definitely going to
Well,
support.
there you go.
We definitely
We
gonna
have
support.
Team Urban Wall Street.
Right, for sure. Now, I want to, we're going to talk about the autism. You know, you have your son has autism, and my first introduction to the autistic world or individual autism, and I'm sure probably a lot of people watching out there, was the movie Rain Man.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's really what brought it to the attention. But when you look at it, okay, I realize this brother has autism, but he's like incredibly smart. Like incredibly smart, beyond what he can really utilize and take advantage of for himself. We saw his brother, take advantage of it. But I really want to get a better understanding, and for my audience too, about autism. I know it's a variety of different levels that an individual could be at. So I'm coming for you to just enroll me on the arena of autism and being an autistic parent, what that experience is like.
Well, autism is a neurology disorder, and it comes in a large spectrum. So that means the child could fall into never speaking. The child can fall into like Rain Man, just super genius. They said Einstein had autism. I don't know, that's what I heard in blogs. But, things, it could be so many levels. And then it could be a child where they just have a social issue where they could speak, they can, do everything like a normal child, but socially they might appear extra shy, but in reality they just don't know how to communicate with the person. So autism comes in so many different spectrum, and again, it's a neurology disorder. They don't have a cure because they don't know why it's happening.
Okay.
So that's something that I want to lobby and advocate that we're trying to find a cure so we can help these children. Parent with a child with autism is difficult. I mean, I think being a parent is difficult, period, but being a parent with a child with any disability is extremely difficult because you have to kind of pull and fight for services that the state has or the city has, and now, with the recession, we don't have much services. They cut our stuff first before they're going to cut anything else. And we need a lot of help, like after schools. We can't just put our child in any after school because the teachers there won't know how to relate to them.
Right.
We can't send them to any camps. We can't send them to the YMCA. We can't send them to the Boys and Girls Club. Everything is a lot more difficult for parents with a child with a disability. And that's why I had to go to Miami, because as a parent, you still have to get that separation time.
Right.
Because other parents could just, I'm sending you to after school. No, I don't have that. It's just right there.
Right.
And it's hard also. My son is 12 years old, so he looks like, he's 5'3", 130 pounds, but he's still a child.
Right.
So his mentality is more like a 6-year-old right now because he's extremely delayed. So as an adult, people are like, why is he acting like that? They don't understand that because his physical and his appearance is just like any other teenager.
Right.
And you're like, I don't get why she's holding his hand, or I don't get. So it's still, as a parent, you just got to deal with the stares and the whispers and just the daily drama of trying to fight and trying to be an advocate for your child.
Now, with autism, is it diagnosed early on? Like, are doctors able to tell based on a testing or based on the physical appearance? Like, how can you tell if someone? Because I've seen a couple. There's actually a student, and the reason I ask you is I think there's a student who's in the Young Producers Program that I have at in the same building where New Millennium Business Academy is, where you've gone. It's with a different school upstairs. And this kid is smart, but I can tell from his handwriting, there's something that's different. And I think some of the other teachers have brought it to, he's actually in my mother's class. And he actually did a PSA that's going to be featured on the Young Producers about video games and why they're good. So it's really great. But you can always just tell, like, you can just kind of look. And he doesn't, but it doesn't look like, it just looks like a regular normal kid, but it's like maybe just a little, something's different. It's a little something different. But I think, it's like I think he's maybe right at the, I don't know, the top, not as severe. And I just wanted to really, talk about that for a moment. Now, the time goes so fast, but we have about a couple of moments left, and I really want you to just, give the opportunity to talk about anything that's coming up near and dear, some words of encouragement to a parent or parents that. That's trying to be goal-oriented and satisfy their career, but they're dealing with a child with autism, or maybe even, just another, particular, ailment or physical disability that, could really, take up a lot of time and require a lot of attention.
I would just say, as a with everything, I would say if you are a parent, I think that comes first, and then everything else will fall into place. So as a parent with a child with a disability, I would just say to continue to be an advocate, to be strong, to fight the same way you would fight for anything for your personal self. That's your responsibility to fight for your child. And also, I would say that as a parent, when your child reaches that age level where you have fed him everything that you could feed him, it's time for you to develop yourself, because I think in turn, when you are satisfied with yourself, you become a better parent. And I think that's what God pushed me to when it came to modeling. I needed that. Okay, now it's you, because I was like, oh, that's my pride and joy. I did so well with him, but there was really nothing that I could show for myself. So now it's like, now he can say, oh, look at mom. Like, he's very excited about that. So I think as a parent, you have to kind of have a happy medium between yourself and being a parent.
Definitely.
And my word of advice is kindness is a boomerang. That's my new thing.
Kindness is a boomerang.
It's like a boomerang. It will come right back to you. So just be kind to others, and it'll come right back to you.
Excellent. I love it.
Donate.
Donate. Yep. This has been an amazing show for me. With modeling, we talked to the plus size model. For all my young ladies out there, self-esteem, confidence is very key. You carry that with you. You can become whoever you want to be. As long as you believe in your heart, you can be there. For my parents out there, siblings that are dealing with, a relative or a child with autism, like Christina said, just be patient, be strong, be an advocate, stay focused. And then remember to take time out for yourself. As always, you've been watching the Urban Wall Street Project. I want you to check out youngproducers.tv. You can catch us at urbanwallstreet.tv. And if you're interested in really changing your life on a financial level, check out urbanwallstreet.info. Join our business club. We're doing some amazing things internationally in 10 different countries. So, like I always say, stay mindful, be prosperous, stay positive. Until next time, peace.